One of the things that children have to learn when they learn English is how to form a question. Now, children will get evidence from parent speech as to how the question rule works, such as sentences like, the man is here, and the corresponding question, is the man here? Now, logically speaking, a child getting that kind of input could posit two different kinds of rules. There's a simple word-by-word linear rule. In this case, find the first is in the sentence and move it to the front. The man is here, is the man here? Now there's a more complex rule that the child could posit called a structure-dependent rule, one that looks at the geometry of the phrase structure tree. In this case, the rule would be, find the first is after the subject-noun phrase and move that to the front of the sentence. Now, what's the difference between the simple word-by-word rule and the more complex structure-dependent rule? Well, you can see the difference when it comes to forming a question from a slightly more complex sentence, like the man who is tall is in the room. Now, the simple word-by-word rule would give you, is the man who tall is in the room? Now, of course, that is word salad. That makes no sense. It has to be, is the man who is tall in the room, showing us that it's the structure-dependent rule, not the word-by-word rule, that is correct. But how's the child supposed to learn that? How did all of us end up with the correct structure-dependent version of the rule rather than the far simpler word-by-word version of the rule? Well, Chomsky argues, if you were actually to look at the kind of language that all of us hear, it's actually quite rare to hear a sentence like, is the man who is tall in the room? The kind of input that would logically inform you that the word-by-word rule is wrong and the structure-dependent rule is right. Nonetheless, we all grow up into adults who unconsciously use the structure-dependent rule rather than the word-by-word rule. Moreover, children don't make errors like,